Hello.
Hello.
We are back. And last time we were here, we each left our little time together saying we were about to start a book. What were you going to start?
I was about to start the Road to Tender Hearts by Annie Hartnett.
And
I did finish it. It's really good.
And I was about to start Conform by Ariel Sullivan. And I also finished it. So tell me about your book. What's it about? Did you like it?
Loved it. So, it's not a romance. It's not fantasy. It's totally like a family saga story. And I've read another book by Annie Hartnett too called Unlikely Animals. I've recommended it to so many people, and I'm really mad at myself because I gave it to somebody,
no.
and I can't remember who. And I want to anyway, so now I have to buy that Unlikely Animals again. But no, The Road to Tender Hearts is really, really cute. It's totally a redemption story.
I love that.
It's a family saga. They end up on a road trip to a senior center called the Tender Hearts Senior Center, and it's this man who has found out that his high school sweetheart, who chose another man, but the other man has passed away. He read about his obituary, and he's like, "Oh, now's my chance." and so he decides he's gonna go see her. He becomes the guardian to his estranged brother's grandchildren.
Oh.
And so, summer vacation, and these kids need a break from all of the things that have happened to them in the last couple of weeks. So he's like, load up, you'll come with me. And then he gets his second daughter to come along to help watch the kids. And they've had a kind of a little bit of a stressful relationship over the years. And so there's so many things that can happen on a road trip from, I forget where the story starts, to California or to Arizona, but then they end up on a detour in Texas. It's a great time. And this author specifically does semi-heavy subjects like grief and mistakes and forgiveness and things in a really great way with humor. I feel like this entire book is like Jim Halpert from The Office, just deadpan. Like it's so funny, but it's so just like deadpan, and is really great, and I really recommend it. We had a great time. Also, the Meredith, who hosted book club at her house, our book club theme was Galentine's Day because it's February.
Yes.
And so she made chicken tenders, and so it was like chicken, or the Road to Chicken Tenders Heart. It's so cute. So yeah, I really adored it, and it was a nice break to break away from some of the fantasy. I mean, we read a lot of fantasy, and I really love it, but sometimes it's just nice to have a change, and like, I don't know, it's encourages forgiveness. So I loved it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had one too many drinks with those tacos, so it's making me sleepy. Okay, what did you rate The Road to Tender Hearts out of 5?
Only because I loved Unlikely Animals better. And Unlikely Animals 5 stars. So I would give this one 4.5. But if I hadn't read Unlikely Animals, I probably would have given this a 5. Just Unlikely Animals is literally laugh out loud, alone by yourself in the room. It's so funny. And this one is funny too, but
good. So I read Conform by Ariel Sullivan. I loved it. 5 stars. This is, I wouldn't call it fantasy because there's not magic and it's not another world. I'd call it more dystopian sci-fi. Oh, I really need to not drink, you guys. But I'm awake, I promise. But so they live in a system, well, it's our world, but there's been a nuclear war. And so millions, maybe billions of people were killed. Survivors had to live underground for a number of decades or centuries, I'm not sure how long, because of the nuclear winter. Then, as the surface of the world becomes able to sustain human life again and they reemerge, they have these different political systems, and they have like their top tier, like their governing people, then they have their elite, and then they have everybody else. And because so many people died during the nuclear war, they enter into procreation contracts. It's a very Handmaid's Tale in
I
that
remember
sense.
you telling me that.
But there is a love triangle.
Oh, it's got a map.
And several, like, both of the male MMCs, they're each morally gray. Like, no one's 100% good, no one's 100% bad. But it was so good. It just kept me in there. I just kept wanting to read it. And I can't believe I have to wait till, what is it? I think October for the sequel. So if you haven't read Conform, I kept hearing about it, but you know, sometimes you see these things on Book Talk or Bookstagram, and you're like, everyone's hyping it up, and sometimes
Worth the hype.
Sometimes it's not, right? Let's be honest. Sometimes I will read something that everyone raves over. I'm like, I wasn't that impressed. This one, it was amazing. It was really good. So 5 out of 5. So what are you reading now?
Okay, I'm reading 2 books right now. Also, I reread an entire book this morning. You know how you've already like read a book so you can just like skip?
Mm-hmm.
So today, before Jenna called me and was like, come meet us for lunch, I woke up super early.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I reread Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. And don't tease me. H.D. Carlton is known for the like haunting, hunting outline. Whatever, I read those 2. Does It Hurt is actually like kind of a crazy story.
Oh?
It's like these people get stranded on this like lighthouse island. This crazy, creepy guy. Anyways, very spicy.
Oh.
But like also like what is going on? Are there ghosts? Like what is happening?
Right.
Really fun.
So
I reread that today. But what I'm really reading for the first time is Will of the Many. And we just talked about this like 5 minutes ago in our other video that we did, where like the first thing I do when I get a book is like immediately take the dust cover off. I can't. So thankfully she's got the dust cover. So it's Will of the Many. And then the second is
The Strength
of the Few. And I got this for Christmas as a Christmas gift from my family. And I'm only 100 pages into it. So I don't have an opinion.
You don't have an opinion? Okay.
I'm in the world building stage. Okay. You know, it's very political. There's hierarchy. There's almost like a class system, kind of what you're talking about with Conform. A lot of new words, a lot of names that I don't know how to say. So I've been rereading it and then listening to it when I'm driving. So the listening to it is helping me. And you haven't started. This is what we're doing for our book club. And
Next
you haven't
month,
started
for March.
it yet.
No, I haven't started it because I'm reading The Ascended. I have been wanting to read this book, and then I just was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read it before I move over to Will of the Many. Y'all, it's so good. I'm 150 something pages in. A bunch of people have already died. I mean, it's intense, but it's good. And I'm
like, how would you categorize it? Is it fantasy or high fantasy? It's
written by the same person who did Riftborn and Duskbound. So they're in this other land, and there were these gods, and then there are these descendants of the gods that are called the legends. And then there are mortal people who have what's called like blessing. That means they have some powers like that somehow trickled down to them from the gods. And then every year or every 10 years, I'm not sure how often, these priests go around and they collect these blessed people, and they have to compete in these trials. And if they survive, then they ascend and they become like kind of like demigods, sort of. And so the story follows Thais and Thatcher, 2 twins. She has always had powers, so that's been their secret because they didn't want her to draw attention to herself. But she gets taken, and then they take Thatcher too, even though he doesn't have any powers, and they get thrown into these trials. And we're already there, 150 pages in, and this is like a 700 something page book, but it's really good. I'm really it's fast paced, which I like. So yeah, it's good. And I was reading this on the plane yesterday, and so you can see I don't normally like to stop mid chapter. I like to go to the end, but you know, when the plane lands and you got to get your suitcase, you stop.
I love this cover too.
It is a beautiful cover.
I like that.
I like that too. So anyhow, and you said you were reading a second book?
Okay, yeah. I am rereading Once a Runner, and this is such a niche book, but it is like, if you know any competitive runners, like high school, college, whatever, they know about this book.
Oh, okay.
This is like, it's a thing. And I went to the University of Oregon, my Oregon Ducks, and University of Oregon is in Eugene, Oregon, and it's called Tracktown, USA. Track and field is a huge, it's as big as football. There, like, truly. And I knew and know many runners, many Olympians, and so I read this book while I was there, and I haven't read it since college, and I've been thinking about rereading it and remembering, like, I read that one time, and but there's like chapters in here that you could just like recall like that.
Right, yes.
So I was like, all right, I gotta reread this book. And my brother was a competitive runner at the University of Washington too.
Oh, wow.
So I've been talking to him about it, and I'm like, last night I called him and I'm like, I'm just gonna read you like one paragraph, and he's like, I know exactly what that is. I know what you're talking about.
That's so fun.
So it's totally a niche thing, but it's just a great sports novel, and you don't have to be a runner. I mean, I ran, not competitively, but I ran a couple marathons and half marathons and stuff. So I really want you to read it. Honestly,
Really?
I really, like, even if you don't read the whole book, I want you to read like a couple of chapters, because you would just like
get it. Is it really well written? It sounds like
it's super well. It's written in like this, like the 70s, I think, like late 70s, and it's about a fictional person and a fictional team and a fictional school, but set in Florida. But it references like some real people, and definitely references like some real schools. Like, it references the University of Oregon quite frequently, and like the running program there. Anyway, so it's very nostalgic for me, and I'm having such a fun time reading it. I got it yesterday and I read 100 pages.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm also reading a second one, but it's like an audiobook. It's called The Sun and the Star Maker. It's a fantasy, and it's about years ago, the sun loved to watch the world, and there was this village, and all of a sudden the things like mountains started coming up and the world started shifting in this one village. She couldn't see it, so the sun came down from heaven and found the village, and because the mountains had blocked the sun from that village, people had died. There was frost and there was sickness, so the sun was trying to save the people, and then there was this other man there who was doing the same, so they collaborated. They fell in love, but the sun had to go back up to the heavens. But she imbued part of her magic to this man, so that every morning he could pull some sunlight into this tower that they made, and that sun would then reflect onto the village so that it wouldn't be without sunlight. And that man became known as the Star Maker, and he's not immortal, but he's got lives a long life. So hundreds and hundreds of years pass, the Star Maker dies, there are other Star Makers, and then there's this village, and this girl Aurora, she goes into the woods one day, yes, and she ends up meeting the Star Maker, who realizes she has magic in her, and so she has to go up to the castle and learn how to be a Star Maker with him. And that's the part I'm at. So I just kind of got started. She's just up there and she's going to learn, but it very much has a almost like a fairy tale vibe. If you've read The Swan's Daughter, kind of like that in terms of, but less whimsy, because The Swan's Daughter was very whimsical, almost like, you know, this is a little bit more romantic-y style, but with a fairy tale vibe, because, you know, it's this lore of the sun and the Star Maker. And so far I'm really liking it. Like, I'm not that far in, but I like it a lot.
I love it
because it's charming. There's a charm to it.
So. It's, I mean, the concept, just when you were just talking about it is very intriguing to me.
Yes.
I like that.
So that's what we're reading. We'd love to hear what you're reading, right? So drop us
Absolutely.
a comment, subscribe if you want to hear more reviews and updates. And once we both have read Will the Mini, we'll be back with a full breakdown. So.
Yes, I need your help pronouncing the words.
So thank you so much and happy reading.
Happy reading.